Hey everyone, it's your brother Tony, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 30 ways to stay single. Now, some of you might be wondering, why is a dating coach teaching people how to stay single? And this is actually called inversion thinking, where by focusing on ineffective strategies, it shows you what doesn't work, and by doing the opposite of those strategies, you'll essentially have the solutions to your problems. So I'm going to give you 30 strategies that don't work, and by doing the opposite of them, you can get the results that you want. I got this method of thinking from business coach Alex Hermosi, and it works for pretty much anything. If you are out of shape, you can ask your, excuse me, if you're out of shape and want to get in shape, you can ask yourself, how can I stay out of shape? And you can list things such as, not exercising, eating whatever you want, sleeping whenever you want. And by doing the opposite of those actions, eating right, exercising right, sleeping right, it's going to move you towards better health and being in shape. So today I'm going to focus on 30 ways to stay single. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Tony. I'm a dating and manifestation coach. I've got hundreds of thousands of followers on TikTok, and I want to share with you strategies and techniques to help you get the results that you want in your dating life. Now, with that said, the first thing that you need to do if you want to stay single is to ignore fashion trends. Don't make fashion your friend. You're fine just the way you are. Intrinsically you are, but we live in a society that values people based on the way they look. So obviously you want to make fashion your friend. What happens is when you have a cool look, when you have a good look, it does the heavy lifting for you, so to speak. People judge other people whether they agree with this or not within the first 10 seconds or so upon seeing them. So let your appearance work for you. If you're a single guy and you want to approach a woman and she sees you, have a look that makes you stand out so that you're not repelling her by the way you look. Brian Tracy, the famous self-help teacher, said everything counts. He said everything helps or everything hurts, but everything counts. So make this area of your life, make it a positive, an asset, so to speak, so that when you see a woman you like, you've already built attraction, and it'll be a much smoother interaction with her. By the way, I'm going to give you the opposite, I'm going to give you what doesn't work, and then I'll give you its opposite immediately so that you can get the strategies you want. Now, number 2, don't tan. This might sound simple or silly, but I was talking to a friend of mine, and he looks like he's never seen the sun in his life. And what I told him, I said, hey, you got to get a tan, bro. Like, it's going to make you look better. You're going to be in, your body will look better. Overall, your teeth look whiter. You just look healthier. So get yourself some sunlight. Get some vitamin D. It's good for your testosterone. It's good for your overall health. Make the sun your friend as well. Next, number 3, don't work out. That's a great way to make women stay unattracted to you. And obviously you want to work out. Spend some time every day. You have to have some time every day that's your time. That you allow yourself to get stronger, to be a better man. When you feel physically strong, you feel mentally strong. There's a mind and body connection. It's called the, the name eludes me at the moment, but I'll put it in the comments. Where what you do with your body affects your mind. But irrespective of what that's called, you want to work out every day. You want to get yourself on some type of consistent program so that every day you're getting stronger, you're in better shape, you're healthier, and as a result, when you're in shape and if you're dressing right, women are going to be attracted to you. You're going to do more of all that does all the heavy lifting up front for you. A woman sees you and she's like, "Oh wow, he's in shape, he dresses well. I wonder what this guy's about." Next, if you want to stay single, number 4, think you know it all. Be uncoachable. The best guys, the best people are coachable. I was watching a video of Liam Harrison. For those of you who don't know who Liam Harrison is, he's an 8-time world champion. And to get ready for his last fight, he went to Thailand to go learn. He's an 8-time Muay Thai world champion. And to get ready for his last fight, he went to Thailand to go and train with some of the best that Thailand has to offer. He didn't just think he knows it all. Hey, I've already reached this level. I can go and, I can just go forward on my own. He went and sought out people who he believed would help take him to the next level. And that's what you should do as well. Even Tiger Woods has a coach. You have a coach for a reason. So be coachable, be open to improvement. And as a result, your learning curve will be way higher and you won't have to make the mistakes that so many other guys make. Number 5, don't try. If you want to stay single forever, just don't talk to women. It's that simple. Don't try. Don't do any of these things that I'm thinking. And as a result, your life will be exactly the way it is tomorrow as it is today. And in opposite fashion, give it your best. Tell yourself you're going to make this area an area of strength, an area of positivity. So give it your best. Meaning put your best into your looks, put your best into your hygiene, into your finances, into your rap, into your approaches, into every aspect and facet of your dating life. And what you can radically transform your dating life in as little as, I would say, 6 weeks, because there's so many strategies online now to help you grow, and there's so many things you can do on a macro level and a micro level. So on a macro level, meaning you can do all these extrinsic things such as changing your fashion, getting in shape, things such as that nature. And on an intrinsic level or on a micro level, you can change your belief systems to get the results you want. But I'll get more into that in a little bit. Now, number 6, read and don't apply what you've read. There's so many guys in the dating world who have read endless books. They've read every book by every pickup artist and guru that is out there, and they don't go and apply it in talking to women. So obviously, whatever it is that you read, go out and try it right away. I recommend trying it immediately so that it's not just theory, it's fact. You can separate what works from what doesn't work, and whatever doesn't work, discard that, and whatever does work, do more of. Number 7, master only one part of dating. For example, I have friends of mine who they're great at talking to women if I introduce them to a woman, but they will not go and approach a woman for the life of them. So they constantly call me, "Hey, can we go out? Can we go out? Can we go out?" And their dating life is essentially contingent on whether I'm available to introduce them to somebody that day. So don't be like that. Or another example would be guys who have to get drunk at a club to talk to women. You want to master all aspects of dating. So if a woman walks by during, let's say you're at the supermarket, you don't want to have to rely on a crutch such as your friend having to introduce you or you needing to have a drink to be able to talk to her. I kind of just alluded to number 8, relying on liquor for confidence. Don't be that guy. Let's say you are that guy right now. You need to get really wasted to be able to talk to a woman. Start to taper off your alcohol. So let's say every night you go out, or excuse me, on the weekends you go out, you have 5 drinks. The next time you go out, make it 4 drinks, then 3 drinks, then 2 drinks, then 1 drink until you don't need any drinks. And essentially, you're still taking the same actions, and it's not costing you anything. You're not getting drunk. So just use a tapering system to get off the liquor. Number 9, don't heal your hurt. If you're one of those guys that has all this trauma and anger from the past, go and see a therapist. Go and see a hypnotist. Go and see somebody. Go do some yoga. Go do something to release all that pent up negativity within you. Don't take it to this woman and that woman and this woman. Go and release all that stuff so you can move forward in your life and have healthy, fulfilling relationships. Number 10, don't control your emotions. This kind of goes with number 9. Just be one of those guys that just says whatever he wants and does whatever he wants and mistreats everybody and then treats people nice the next day. And, just be a walking roller coaster so everybody can be on eggshells around you. And obviously, you want to be a master of your emotions. There's been an attack on stoicism lately by a bunch of idiots. But when you're stoic, you're essentially suppressing those negative inner emotions, and you're going to express those traits that make you masculine. You're going to be assertive. You're going to be confident. You're going to move forward towards what it is that you want. And so you want to become the master of your emotions. Spend some time reviewing your day every day and ask yourself, where did I succeed and where did I go wrong? And wherever you went wrong, and tell yourself, I have no need nor desire for this, and show yourself, mentally imagine yourself having done things the way you would have liked them to have done, or things going the way you would have liked them to go. So every day you're moving yourself more towards the positive aspect of life. Number 11, thinking women are out of your league. No one's out of your league. You're a person, she's a person. Don't think of yourself as a guy talking to a hot woman, because that causes a disparity. Think of yourself as a person talking to a person, or tell yourself, hey, this woman seems interesting. I want to see what she's about. And that way it's an even playing field. In reality, you have a unit, a value of 1, you're a person, and she has the same value. So it doesn't matter. I've met all these celebrities and all these famous people, and that's how I look at it. Hey, I have the same value as them. Some people have, they're more popular than I am. Some of them aren't. It doesn't matter. We have the same value, and that's the way I approach it. I've met people who are really successful, but they have horrible personalities. I'm not going to put that person on a pedestal. And like fashion, don't put anybody on a pedestal. If you're going to put anyone on a pedestal, put yourself on a pedestal. Okay? Number 12, having a negative self-image. If there's one thing that can hurt you, it's having a negative self-image. I was talking to this guy the other day, and he was telling me, he said, women don't like me. He was speaking about himself, because obviously women like me. He was speaking about himself. He said, women don't like me because I'm ugly. And I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, hold it. I said, don't you ever speak about yourself like that. I said, you're God's gift to women. Men want to be you. Women want to see you. I said, you just need to adjust a few things. You know, we need to just change his fashion, his style, etc., and he'll be very attractive to women. He didn't have an ugly face. He was actually in fairly decent shape. He just needed to adjust his style and make a few minor changes that added up to a major change in his life. Number 13, thinking to yourself negatively. And what I mean by this is, let's say you see a woman and you want to talk to her, and your mind starts giving yourself all these negative stories. She's not going to like you. She might be mean. She probably has a boyfriend. You're not good at this. Throw all of that stuff out. Tell yourself it's going to go well. Women like me. Women want to be around me. I'm the best. It's in everyone's good nature to meet me, best interest to meet me. Tell your things such as this, and as you put in these positive ideas, it'll cause you to take positive actions, which will get you positive results. Next, number 14, hoping somebody will come along and save you. The only person that can save you is yourself. If you want things to change, you must change. And it starts by you consuming material of a positive nature, by consuming it and then by applying it. Knowledge isn't power. Applied knowledge is power. So I want you to take what you learn from me and apply it out in the world so that you'll get better results. Number 15, buying products and not starting them. This drives me nuts. I know so many guys that buy course after course after course and they never apply them. Over 90% of all books that are bought are never read. And for those that are read, I don't remember the exact statistics, but most people don't get past the first chapter. This is ridiculous. If you invested your money in something, see it through. I remember one time a group of guys asked me for help. So I wanted to test this theory. So I sent them not my book, but I sent them just a JPEG of the cover. I said, hey guys, read this and let me know next week how if it's helped you and what actions you've taken on it. Now, only one of the guys wrote me back. So it was a group of 7. Only one wrote me back and he said, hey bro, you sent me a JPEG by mistake. Can you send me the whole book? And then I explained to him what it is that I was doing. And he was like, oh, that's brilliant. Let's see if they read it. And the next six people, I asked them the next week, I said, hey, what did you guys think of the book? What did you apply? And they all said, oh, it's great. I'm feeling more confident. And I said, and then I called them on their bullshit. I said, not only did you lie to me, I said, you guys are lying to yourself. You guys should be embarrassed and ashamed of yourselves. So, and then obviously I gave them the stick. I gave them the hammer. So don't be one of those guys. Don't lie to yourself, obviously, and finish what it is that you start. Your self-esteem will improve and you're making the best use of your money and your time and your energy. Number 16, keep doing what doesn't work. You have a model that doesn't work for you, just keep doing it over and over again and never shift things. That's a great way to keep yourself stuck. And obviously the opposite of that is try new things, and whatever works, do more of. Whatever doesn't, let it go. Number 17, model people who suck. If you say, let's say your dad and mom have a horrible relationship, just model what your dad does with women and you too can have a horrible relationship with women. And obviously you want to model people, you want mentors who are achieving the results that you want. They'll make your learning curve super high. They'll help you avoid the pitfalls that they had to go through along the way. And what took them decades, you can learn in a relatively short amount of time. Number 18, hating women. So many guys hate women. They say, oh, women are hypergamous. Women are this, women are that. Women are the way they are. And it's your job to know how they are and to use the way they are to get the best results for you and for the women that are in your life. So don't hate women. Tell yourself, I love women. Women pick up on your energy. If you hate women, if you think they're negative, they're going to feel that in all your interactions and micro interactions with them. So tell yourself you love women. I came from a woman. Women are the best. They're the greatest. I can only have sex with a woman. So you want to tell yourself every good thing that you can about them so that you'll have the best interactions that you can when you interact with them. Number 19, this goes with number 18, complaining about women. Guys who just complain, oh, women are this, women are that, women. If you're having a negative interaction with all the women in the world, guess what? It's not the women, it's you. So change your belief systems about women and watch. The women that show up in your life will change. And number 20, not having a system. And I'll explain what I mean by this. Oh, excuse me, I got a whole bunch more. I thought I was done. Not having a system. So dating is a system. Everything is a system. Sales is a system. Dating is a system. Working out is a system. So what is your system? You want to look at it and ask yourself, what's my system? For example, I had a friend of mine. His system was he would go to a club. He would meet women during the week and invite them to a club on the weekend. And he'd tell them, I'm getting a bottle, I'm going to have a bottle. You and your girlfriend should join me. And that's how he would hook up with them. But at one point in his life, he was financially struggling. He wasn't doing as well, so he couldn't go buy bottles every weekend. And so as a result, his dating life ended up sinking because the two were entwined. So you want a system that works for you, that's easy to do, that doesn't cost you a lot of money, that allows you to meet a lot of women, and it doesn't cost you a lot of money. Now, some of you are wondering, how can I meet a lot of women without it costing a lot of money? I mean, just get good at day game. Go to a high-end mall, and you can go and approach and meet as many women as you like, and it won't cost you, much, if anything. Number 21, not improving their conversational skills. So one thing, if you want to stay stuck, don't work on your public speaking habits. As I say that, I was almost stuttering as to how I was going to say it. But basically, don't improve your conversation skills. Just stay exactly as you are. Now, in opposite fashion, improve your conversation skills. Get the best at being confident in front of other people. I've done comedy improv. I've done normal improv. I've done stand-up. I've done public speaking classes. A man who can speak confidently in others will attract the attention of women. So you want to be one of those men. And when you can articulate your thoughts and ideas well, people are impressed by it. They'll think of you as an intelligent person, and they'll give you in their mind a higher level of status. Number 22, never escalating. So there's a time that you got to jump on it. You got to pull the trigger. You got to take that action. So there's that saying, a woman will often forgive a guy who's done too much, but rarely forgive a guy for doing too little. So if you're one of those guys who never takes a chance, even though the woman is giving you clue after clue after clue, let's say you're on a date and she's touching you and she's holding your hand, and you're not sure if you should escalate. At some point, you got to pull the trigger. You got to take a jump off the edge and take that chance. You'll feel better and she'll feel better. Obviously, I'm assuming that the woman wants to be with you in this scenario. Number 23, bad online profiles. All you need to do nowadays is obviously make fashion your friend, and then get a photographer. You can pay one for $100 or $200, or you can ask a friend who has a high-end camera and just say, hey, can you take a few nice pictures of me and update your Instagram? Remember, everything helps or everything hurts, but everything counts. I have a couple of friends, their pictures of them were from, God, they were like 7 years old. So like they're 25 now, and their pictures of them were from 18, right? And they were wondering why they weren't doing good on dating apps and on Instagram. They weren't getting responses. And I'm like, one, you're an adult, you look like a kid on there. Your pictures are old, and two, the quality of the pictures is horrible. So I got a photographer, and I had them get together with me. And we took a bunch of great pictures. They updated their Instagram and their dating apps, and sure enough, their dating success skyrocketed. Number 24, bad hygiene. If you want to turn women off, have bad hygiene. Obviously, wear deodorant, make sure your breath smells good, shower, bathe, take good care of yourself, trim your nose hairs. That's the number one most unattractive feature on a man to women, I read in a Time magazine study. So make sure you don't have nose hairs. Trim yourself. Have good hygiene so that, that doesn't work against you. It's common sense, but common sense isn't all that common anymore. So I want to make sure I add that in. Number 25, spend time with losers. I'll give you an example of a loser. If I'm going to go talk to a woman and a guy that's in the group says, oh man, you're going to talk to her, she's out of your league. Or if I talk to a woman and a guy says, oh, she rejected you. he's a fucking loser. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna immediately kick that guy out of the group. I'll give you an example of a winner. One of my boys, if I would go talk to a woman and let's say she's like, oh, thank you, I have a boyfriend or whatever, my friend would say, oh, Tony, man, can you believe her? She's probably a lesbian or she's probably stupid or she's dumb, man. She doesn't know a good guy. And so you want friends like that. Friends who are winners who will pump you up, like, or what, the same friend. I'll say, hey, I want to talk to that girl. And he's like, man, you got it, bro. Like, she's going to love you. That girl's going to be, she's going to be so wet when you talk to her. He would always say things like this. And it totally, if you have any nerves, it just totally dissolves the nerves instantly. And it puts you in a good state of mind. And irrespective of the outcome, he always hypes me up. So you want friends like that, friends that are winners. Number 26, being too needy. I'll give you an example of this. A friend of mine, I was going to say a client, but he's a friend too, messages me. He goes, hey, Tony, I got this girl's number. I messaged her. It's been 15 minutes since I messaged her. She hasn't written me back. What should I do? And he even asked me, he said, should I tell her to go fuck herself? He wrote all this stuff. Should I tell her to go fuck herself? That, who do you think you are not messaging me back right away? And I look at him, I'm like, are you insane? I said, imagine this girl meets you. You come on, you seem like this super nice guy. He dresses nice. He's like built. And she gives you her phone number and you message her once and she hasn't responded in 15 minutes, let's say even an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then you write her something like this, she's going to think you're insane and she'll be so glad she dodged a bullet. So don't be like that. Don't be needy. I said that woman could, she could be in the bathroom. She could be with her mom. She could be at work. There's an endless number of reasons that she might not have responded immediately. I said, so calm the fuck down. And then what was it? Like an hour later, she wrote him like, oh, hey, it's so good to hear from you. And then I ended up helping him with his text game and set up a date for the two of them. Now, number 27, actually, I think I covered this. Putting women on a pedestal. I already mentioned this before. You're a person talking to a person. If you're putting anyone on a pedestal, put yourself on a pedestal. Number 28, not knowing how to close. So there's closing in different areas. There's sex closing. That's where you escalate it from, talking and kissing to actually having sex. There's number closing where you're meeting a woman and there's a time you got to ask her for her phone number. So you got to get good at closing. In sales, where there's salespeople who aren't good at closing and they bring in a closer to sit down with the customer and close them. And unfortunately for you, for the dating world, there's not some person who's going to come out and close the woman for you. Usually. So unless your boy hooks you up with some girl or something or does all the lifting for you. So you got to get good at closing. You got to know, hey, I've talked to her a little bit. It's time to ask her for her number. Or, we're on a date. Things have been going good. It's time to, take her back to my place. Or we've been kissing. It's time to escalate it, to sex. So you got to know, at what point you're at and how to close her so that you can move on to the next level. Number 29, setting up bad dates. Now, I'll explain what I mean by this. I had a friend of mine, he would, every time he'd meet a woman, he'd say, hey, do you want to go on this date? Do you want to go on a hike? It's really nice. It's like this, great view. The woman would show up and he'd take her on this hike it's like 6 miles. And so he wouldn't hear back from the woman after that. And he's like, what am I doing wrong? And I told him, I said, you're doing a few things wrong. First, she meets you. He dresses really nice. He's tall. He's successful. Dresses nice. He said she meets you and she thinks, this tall, good-looking, successful guy is. By the way, there's nothing wrong with hikes, but I'll explain where I'm going with this in a moment. I said she meets you and she thinks you're going to take her out somewhere nice, and you take her on this hike. And let's say she was sexually attracted to you. She's like, I want to fuck this guy. Now you take her on this 6-mile hike. She's exhausted by the end of it, and you guys have been talking. And so you've built up a lot of comfort and a lot of that. Let's say she wanted to jump on you right away and have sex. And now she might be thinking, you know what? I'm probably going to make this guy my boyfriend. And if she does see you, she's going to see you in a more of a long-term relationship. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'd prefer to have the sex, up front immediately. So I feel like the longer sex is held off on, the least likely it is that it's going to happen. So just set up a date that works. And an example of bad dates, going to the movies. I don't like dinner dates. So if I set up a date, it'll be me and her. We go to a cool, like wine bar or lounge. I sit next to her. We joke, talk, joke, touch, kiss, bounce and go home. Or you can set up the dates at your house, which I'll go into. That's more advanced stuff that I'll go into in another video. And number 30, lastly, not knowing where a woman is at in her life. I'll give you an example. If the woman just got out of a long-term relationship and she's like, I just want to have fun now, I want to focus on myself. You don't want to try and enter a relationship with that woman. That's going to make you miserable. You want to focus on those women who want what it is you want. If you're looking for a relationship, focus on those women who are looking for a relationship. If you want to party, focus on those women who want to party. They are out there. There's plenty of women who just want to have fun. So you got to just know where the woman is at that you're with. Now, I've given you 30 ways to stay single. Here's some ways to be successful in your dating life. I'm going to shoot these out really fast. Number 1, obviously make fashion your friend. Develop a style that works for you so that when a woman sees you, she's attracted to you. It does most of the heavy lifting and allows your interaction with her to go smooth. Number 2, get in shape. Let your body be attractive to a woman. If you take this woman home and you throw her on the bed and you take off your shirt, you want everything to accentuate all the good that's taken place up until then. And you want to feel confident about taking off your clothes and feeling good about it. Number 3, obviously have good hygiene. You want to look good, smell good, and feel good. Number 4, you want to develop a smooth rap. So take improv classes, do public speaking, interact with women, talk to women, go out and approach them, see where you messed up and correct your mistakes so that your rap becomes smoother and smoother. Number 5, have a system. Where are you meeting women? Where are you taking them? You want to have a system. Everything is a system. So what's your system? Number 6, you want to have constant self-improvement. I believe it's called KANAI, constant and never-ending improvement. And that's what you want. So go to seminars of the best. Read courses, buy courses of the best. Get books of the best. Invest in yourself. You're worth the investment. I remember I bought a book once. It was a $10 book. And the few simple ideas in that book revolutionized my dating life. And I'm going to share those ideas with you in later videos. Next, speak to yourself in a positive way. You're the best. You're God's gift to women. Without you, life can't go on. So speak to yourself in a positive way. Number 8, visualize yourself succeeding. Your subconscious, which controls your habits, your beliefs, and your bodily functions, it doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's false. So if you show yourself images of you succeeding, of women, if your interactions with women going great, your subconscious will say, oh, this is me now. This is my life. And it'll go to work to make that a reality. I'll mention this now, and I might mention it at the end of this video, but I have a mailing list where if you sign up for my mailing list, you'll get some free guides, and I send out a weekly email. I'll just talk about it now. I send out a free weekly email with tips and strategies to improve your life, and I'll probably make some type of hypnosis track, so it'll just take care of all that for you. It'll put in a bunch of positive ideas about women. It will do all the positive visualization that you need, so your subconscious will be hardwired for success. Number 9, surround yourself with winners. You want a peer group that's positive, that they're playing at a high level, that when you're with them, your interactions with women improve. Number 10, take a martial art. Don't be a weak fucker. If some guy says something to your girl, you want to at least know that you could be able to stand up for her if push comes to shove. Take a martial art. You'll feel more confident. You'll be in great shape. You'll feel mentally stronger, and that will go into all the other areas of your life. Number 11, be the best at your career and all that you do. Don't just be average. Fuck average. I want you to be the best. So strive to be in the top 1% of whatever it is that you do. Number 12, upgrade your profile. Get some good photos of you looking good, feeling good, and put those online. All you need to do is do that once, and you can use those photos for the next 2 years. And lastly, number 13, approach. When you see a woman that you like, go and speak to her. Condition yourself for success. Condition yourself to be a winner. My friends and I, we have the 90-second rule. We see a woman, you got 90 seconds to talk to her. Obviously, you want to, as soon as you see her, you want to start walking towards her. Ow. That's called see, walk, talk, or not. As soon as you see her, start walking towards her, because the odds are that if you start walking towards her, you're much more likely to say something. Motion creates emotion. And instead of that energy, when you see a woman, if you don't start moving towards her to start talking to her, I want to make sure I'm phrasing this right. If you see a woman and you like her, start moving towards her, and then you can decide from there once you're near her if you want to talk to her or if you don't. But at least you've made the effort to move things in a positive direction. What happens is other guys, they see a woman that they like, They look at her and then they don't do anything. And that energy that would have propelled them outward and been enthusiasm instead goes inwards and becomes nerves for them. So don't do that. You want to use that energy to skyrocket you. So as soon as you see her, start walking towards her. It's called the see, walk, talk, or not method. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want more of this stuff, obviously be sure to subscribe. Be sure to follow me on TikTok as well. My TikTok is Your Brother Tony. Sign up for my mailing list because I'm going to give you guys gold. I have my ebook, Your Older Brother's Guide to Dating. It's over 100 pages. It's $10. It's crammed with excellent stuff. And obviously like and follow for more. And I'll see you guys soon.